Hello everyone and welcome to the Messed Up. In this tutorial I'll be telling you to make this chair. Let's see what are the things that we are going to do here. The first thing that we will do is to actually render this chair, and you can see I have applied cloth here, and you can see the detailed flyaway fibers. You will learn how to do that, and you can see the displaced wall, the wooden wall you can see, and the details you will also learn that, and the surface actually, which is very important, shiny surface. And let me show you the studio setup which we will be following in this tutorial. So this will be our studio setup. So I will try to keep it quick as possible to complete this tutorial. Let's import our file. Just click on import, and it's a obj file. Open, and I am not changing anything here, just import. So right now you can see I have my chair here. So at the first I am going to change my view size here, which is okay, this is fine here. The next thing is actually to add the backdrop. You can find the backdrop in models and just drop it on the chair, and it will create the model for you. Now just zoom out using the scroll button, and you can see it's pretty much large. The first thing I will do is to snap it to the ground. Now we can actually go forward with this thing, but I will try okay, I will actually scale it down to 0.7 here. Just press click. Okay, so it is done, and let me zoom here. Okay, I will try. Okay, I will just move it back. So the next thing is to add a plane here for the wall, the wooden wall which we have. You can add the plane by going to edit, add geometry, and plane. Now okay, now just zoom here, and you can see it's in the ground plane. I have to rotate it, and you can see here x-axis, so I will be rotating it around the x-axis. Press 90. So you can see it's been rotated. I want to scale it, so just select it and zoom out. Yes, okay, slight less. Okay, this much is fine. We don't have to waste so much time in studio setup. So just I will press it back. Let's translate and just okay, this is fine. So we are done with the studio setup. The next step which we are going to do is to let's bring our chair in a little bit front. So just okay, this is fine. So let's apply materials here. So at the very first we will be applying materials to the chair. So let's go to material, and I will let's go to the steel. You can find it in metal, stainless steel here, and just drop it. Now you can see steel is applied here. Okay, steel is here. Now next thing is let's add some roughness to steel. Okay, so do that. Just go to edit material, and I will use the metal graph here. So just take it here and this one here, so that you can see what I'm doing. Just I will be using noise texture for applying roughness on this one. Go to textures and noise texture, and I'll be bringing the color to number. So just connect them and connect it to the roughness. Now you can see there is a roughness, and you can control the roughness values by clicking on this color to number node, and the range for the roughness is 0 to 1. I could have increased it, but it looks much better this way. So this is done. The next step is to apply material to this the cloth material on this. So just double click. Okay, don't do that, just go to real clothes and apply any one of them. Just drag and drop. I'm drag and dropping the first one. So you can see the fibers are actually very much big, so we have to optimize them, we have to make them lower. So we can do it by going to UV. So there's a big difference between units and UV. UV is applied to the surfaces, and if you are using UV, then the detailing of rendering is much better. So you can see things have actually changed here. So let me just take the bigger value so that I can help you understand what I'm doing. So the first thing which I will do is to apply colors to these things. So let me just tell you what are they first. So this is called the warp, and this is called weft. So I'll be deciding colors for them. So you can see this is a warp and weft. So let's go and apply color on them. So you can do it by quickly. So I have used the white and brown color for the warp and weft color. So just go to textures and color gradient. Okay, so double click on color gradient to edit it. So I will use here, double click on this black and just a slight white, and there is a, so you can see the changes by pressing C. If we apply, what will happen? So I'll be applying warp color as whitish. Now the same thing I will do for the weft color, but I will use the brown color instead. So just double click here on this one and double click on this black, and I will select this brownish color, and I will just put it on weft. Now you can see things are looking good, but the fibers are so much big. Let's drop down our values. Let's take 0.01, and you can see it fine, and I have used this value. And to just, you can go to the flyaway fibers for more realism. So if you want to know what is a flyaway fibers, let's go to images, and you can see, let me zoom here, these little tiny upcoming fibers are actually the flyaway fibers. You can see these things, so you can add them from here. These are actually the geometry node. Just click on this and see what happens. So it is applied. Right now you cannot see because there are too much computations added. So let's use the region to see renders in a controlled zone so that we can see the flyaway fibers. Let's zoom into it. So this is the flyaway fiber, you can see. Okay, now it's fine. You can see now this is the actual cloth, and you can see the fibers here, and you can control the properties from here, density, radius and everything, and I'm gonna just leave it. I'm not gonna mess with any property here. Just zoom it out. Okay, so we are done here with the chair. Now let's set up a camera here first so that it will help us to define our render. So I will take this from this angle. So just click on this. I think this is fine. You can change it later anyway. Just click on it, and I will name it the short camera. Okay, it's done. Scene. So the next thing which I will edit, the surface. You can remember the shiny surface. So just zoom out here and go to the plastic. I have used the hard plastic, the shiny one. Now you can see it looks better, right? But it is not close to realism. To add realism, I am adding some roughness, which is it is easier actually. You can do it by going to a texture, and I applied granite here and connect it with the roughness. Okay, you will need the color to number here because I will want a huge range of roughness, not just between 0 to 1. So roughness, and I am connecting this guy with this. So you can see there are few changes already happening. Let me zoom out, move it. Okay, it's a little bit, you can see it is not fine. So edit that, click on granite, press C. Now I can see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to decrease the size. What should I do with this? So just drop the size around 1. Okay, it looks fine. It looks fine. Press C, hit back C, and you will see there are variations, but I want more variations. Like right now roughness is between 0 to 1. So what I'm going to do, I want to give it output value till 60. Now you will see great variations, and I'm gonna take it to the 50. You can experiment it with this guy, and I think we are done here with this thing with the surface. Okay, let's go to our camera. That's when camera is useful. You can just go to scene anytime. Okay, so it looks fine. Now the next thing is our displaced wall. Just zoom out. Yes, this one, double click, edit material graph. Now I'm using a texture here for the wall here. So the first thing which I will do is to change the material, which is right now it's diffuse, but I want plastic. Plastic is a vast material. If you want to understand about the materials, I have a video on this channel. You can go through that. Let's bring our wood here. I have a wooden texture, so I will just apply it here. Diffuse. So it looks really bad. You know, you cannot just go away with this. Drop the size, drop the size, drop the size, drop the size. This is too much. Okay, just go to our camera because that is what important. You can do anything outside your view. I will drop it more. It kind of can work. It can work. Yes, this is fine. Okay, I will go. But right now you can see it's just a plastic and it is not close to look like a wall. So let's make it look like a wall. I'm gonna bring a texture which is noise. I will add a noise here to roughness. Okay, I will add a color to number. Just add it. So you can see there are a few changes that the light variation is making it look more realistic, but it's not right now. Just take the value till like 10 or something like that, and this one like 8. I like to scale it. Okay, you can see changes are happening. 6. Now we can do changes. Let's move our texture here because you can see the variation of the texture from the here. You can see a line here which is making it look like fake. So just double click on texture and move. So I will be using it as a planar part. Now it looks much better. Now just move it. Translate. Just move it until we don't see the line. Now it's fine actually. You can't see the line. The next thing which we are going to do is to define the bump here. So I'll be using the same texture as a bump reference. Bump will cause some variations around those edges, and it will cause your design to have some bumps here. So we have defined, but we have to define the bump height. To do that, just go to textures and no, utilities, yes, color to number. So I'll be using this one. It looks complicated. Go to bump height. So I will want the value to be around like 10, which is pretty much large. And let's see what we have right now. Okay, so just double click on the texture. I am going to change few more values here. The brightness, I would like to control the brightness. Okay, it's dark, too much dark. Make it 0.8. Too much. Let's make it 0.9. Let's play with contrast. I'm happy with this one. Now the next step is to apply geometry texture. Geometry node, actually. We call that geometry node. Geometry displays. I will connect it with the geometry. I will use this texture directly. And then I will click the values here. Now I can use any value. 100 is a pretty much big value. I can use 10 mm here. And if you are applying geometry node, then you will have to click on here. Just click and wait. It's gonna take some time. Now you can see, let's wait. I can see the wood has come out of the wall, which is making it more realistic. So it looks like the wall is made of wood. And we are done here. And then with the material stuff, next thing is about the environment. So I have applied this one for the zoom out here for the outside. So let's just go to our camera again, click on this one, and you can play with press Ctrl and drag. That will make you change the lighting settings. And wait. Okay, it's too much dark. Keep doing it until you find what you like. I will go to the environment. I will go flatten ground here. I want lighting environment for the light. It's okay. Go to the lighting. Okay, I will not mesh with them right now. Just press Ctrl and drag. This is too much light. And keep doing it until you get what you want. It looks fine actually. So the next step which I will do is to go to image and photographic settings. I will increase the exposure here. So this is fine. And white balance, you can go all the way to the back to add some yellowish. It decreases the whitish effect, and I will want it more and go to the high contrast. Looks much better in high contrast. Increase it till you like it, and then you can go for more exposure value. And then I will edit the color here, saturation. Okay, just increase a little bit. It adds more detail to the wood. You can see actually right now we have entered the realism. Okay, now you can see the reflections of chair here. Now just go to the lighting. Let's edit the lighting setting. This is the final thing that we are going to do. I'll increase shadow quality all the way to the full. Ground illumination that we want. And one thing that we have to change is ground reflections. We want ground reflection. Go to material lighting, and I want ray bounces to be pretty much higher. I have put values around 25. Global illumination is needed 25, and I don't want castics. So you can see it is taking too much time to render, and this is it. This is what I have done, and the final result was this image. And if you have any doubt or anything, you can ask me. And just go through other playlist. They contain cool projects and tutorials. See you in the next videos.